clicking with this offense?
I think we've done a much better job just going through the week of just building momentum and confidence and getting like things practiced. And sometimes now we're getting some looks we don't anticipate. In fact, we actually sometimes feel like we spend a lot of time practicing against certain things, and all of a sudden you get defended differently. It'll be the way they're kicking their front or the blitzes you're getting, and that's always a part of it. There's a little bit of jockeying early in the game. I think we've done much better. I felt early in the year when we've struggled, we didn't come into the game with momentum. And I think we've came through each week with some momentum. Now you still got to execute on Saturdays, but I think we're coming into the game with some confidence and some momentum during the week of practice.
And you sitting there with Ryan Day next to you. Have y'all found you can adjust things quicker? I mean, as it's gone, have y'all developed a chemistry in that respect, or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, and I think we're getting some great communication. I think from Coach Meyer during the week of things he wants to see or why, and I think Ryan's doing a great job of making up some past thoughts, and I got a little idea of like tempo and going fast, and I think just we've kind of figured out short term. Now again, there's always going to be bumps in the road. You don't block it well, or you don't guess right and call a bad play. You can get behind chains, but right now we don't have all the answers, but we're working together very well.
$64,000 question now is though, y'all haven't played against Murderers Row when it comes to defenses. The last 5 games, as Urban Meyer says, he's realistic about that. But how do you see this carrying over into this starting next week against a really good defense in Penn State and what you got to face down the road?
I think a big part of that is kind of what you do this week. Sometimes when you're playing well, you want to keep the momentum we've talked about during practice, and we're not trying to over-practice, and we're trying to get some guys some rest, but we're also really working with the older guys, keep bringing our offensive line along, the tight end group along, our depth and skill positions. So to me, there's a way you practice during this week that kind of keeps the momentum, because you're going to lose game day Saturday.
Yeah.
And you see some teams play well, and all of a sudden they falter that next time. You can over-practice, you can under-practice. Right now we have a lot of positive energy. We're just trying to keep that through this week. We've had two really good practices the last 2 days. It's very encouraging. Our defense is very, very competitive. Even though we're going to play against some tremendous defenses starting this week at Penn State, we get that every day in practice, and we go so much good on good. To me, that kind of sharpens us the way you need to be sharpened.